Hello, welcome to PHIL210 Ethics. I'm Dr. Duane Armitage. This is just going to serve as a general introduction to the class. I just sent the syllabus around, so pull that up and I'll go over the syllabus, just structure the class very briefly for you. Hopefully I won't go on and on. I just made another one of these videos where it went 10 minutes. I'll try to keep this to 5 minutes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So just a general overview of the class. 3 exams. It's 4 weeks, 3 exams, so an exam roughly every week and a half. The first section of the class is pretty long, so that'll be at the mid next week. And 3 exams, that includes the final. That'll be 75% of your grade, 25% in the online discussion forum. That's just graded satisfactory, unsatisfactory. The exams are online, open book, open note. So you can go in and out of the exam. So it's pretty doable and pretty amenable. The class is entirely asynchronous, so we're not going to meet at any designated time, though I am certainly open to meeting at any time for any reason. If you want to talk philosophy, whatever, questions about the class, that can be by phone, Zoom, or in person. My office number is right on the syllabus, LSC 402F. I don't imagine many of you are around this summer, but if you are, I'm happy to meet you in the office. Office hours are Monday, and by that, what does that mean? Because it's all remote. By appointment, available anytime, at least, reasonable hours, of course. But Monday through Thursday, 10 to 1, I'll have the phone sort of right near me. I'll be checking email regularly. So if you have a direct question, email, or you can send me a message, or don't cold call me on the phone because I have it set up to where I can't get calls that I don't have the number in. So send a message, and this is the same thing with an email. Tell me exactly who you are and what class you're in. It's hard to get to know you because this is online. So I might not remember who you are, sorry. This happens sometimes, students who take this class online and you see me for, I don't know, a couple weeks and I don't really see you. Even if we were to do Zoom, most people put the name up anyway and I can't see their face, so whatever. So there's my phone. If you send me a message, tell me who you are. There's the email. Use the Scranton one. You could use the other one if you want. There's the text. So 4 texts, Aristotle, Girard, Nietzsche, Kant. The Kant one is available in the public domain. So is the Aristotle one and the Nietzsche one. You can use other classes. The Girard one isn't. You can use other classes. You can use other texts in the public domain if you like. However, I'm not responsible for you getting the page and the pagination correct, okay? So do whatever you want, but just don't make it my problem. I hope that doesn't seem too harsh. I want to encourage you to do whatever you want if you don't want to spend this money, but I will reference occasionally the text, and I want to make sure you're on the same page. No pun intended. Okay, there's a description of the class. You could read that at your leisure. I'm trying to see if I want to say anything about the class in general. I'll just say a lot of people who take philosophy classes think that philosophy is about opinions and perspectives. I get this all the time. Oh, you teach philosophy, it's all just opinion. And I start, no, it's not about opinion or perspectives, but rather it's about what follows logically from the opinions you hold. So for example, if God doesn't exist, which we're going to see, Nietzsche is going to start ethics with the question, all right, if God doesn't exist and Darwin's right, what follows from that logically? And he thinks a lot follows from that we don't realize, okay? Namely, there isn't anything like morality. There's no universality and necessity to our moral judgments. What does that mean? They don't apply to everybody. They're just opinions if there's no God. And moreover, they don't command. They don't have any command value. Anyway, there's no meaning to life, Nietzsche thinks. So if you hold this position, this follows. If you hold the opposite position, this follows. That's really what philosophy is about. But you'll see that in the class, and we'll talk more about that in a second in the next videos, of course. Course procedure. So the class, again, is entirely asynchronous. Each week, I'll post links to the lecture videos, so please check D2L regularly. Every, Sunday, Monday to be sure, but check it regularly. I don't know if you get email updates when I post stuff, but I'll try to email things as well. But check the homepage or whatever it is on D2L to see if I post anything, because I will be updating it regularly. So each week, I'll post links to the lecture videos on the readings, which are available on YouTube. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's playlists on there. So it'll be Nietzsche, Aristotle, Girard, Kant. Okay, but I'll link you to them, so don't worry about that. All you have to do is check D2L, check your email, check D2L, because sometimes I forget to send the email around, and that'll link you right to the playlist, and you can just watch it on double speed or whatever you want. And these videos are meant to be lectures that'll supplement the assigned reading, so please read. And exams will be drawn from these lectures, okay? Your requirements are simply to watch the lectures, read the text, post in the discussion forum, and then at the end of the week, take an exam on the topic. How are we doing on time here? That's already 5 minutes. I'll link other videos. Exams come from lectures and videos and assigned readings, and you're encouraged to email me with any questions you have. But again, simple, straightforward, open book, open note tests that you can go in and out of, and it'll be based on the lectures and the readings, okay? Pretty much everything that's on the exam is in the lecture, but I encourage you to read because I will read from the text in the lectures, okay? So requirements and policies, 3 exams, each exam's 25%, 75% for the 3 exams, discussion post, 25% of your grade, satisfactory, unsatisfactory. Exams will be given again roughly once a week. There are no excused misses for assignments, readings, or discussion posts. This class is very amenable to schedules, work schedules, etc., vacation, whatever. As long as you have an internet connection, you should be good. But it's online, and thus anywhere you go, you can access it. So please don't contact me for extensions or the possibility of late submissions. If you can't take the class, you can't take the class, okay? So there's that. The class, secondly, or I don't know what this is, fifthly, it looks like, the class has a large discussion element to it. Therefore, respectful attitudes must be maintained, not only toward me, but you don't see me much, but in case I get in the discussion forum, but especially toward each other in the discussion forum. I haven't really had a problem with this in the past in class, definitely. So please don't cyberbully one another in the discussion forum over Nietzsche. You'd be surprised how passionate people get about this stuff, though, which is fun. Okay, maybe the most important information. I'm going to read this because I carefully crafted it. I'm very pleased with this. This is the sort of trigger warning part of the class. This course will deal with deeply meaningful and thus mature adult matters. For example, God, nihilism, the purpose of your existence, love and sexuality, friendship, guilt, responsibility, the gravity of moral decision making, race, gender, sex, all these different things, identity politics. If you feel you're not comfortable in a class that discusses these topics, please contact me or simply drop the class, but contact me and we can decide if this class is for you. We talk about all the issues that I mentioned, of course respectfully, but understand this really pertains to the next part, that thinking, in order to be able to think freely, you have to be able to speak freely. That means you have to be comfortable or being uncomfortable. That is, you have to be comfortable encountering ideas that you disagree with or opinions that you disagree with. This is a lost art. It's very strange now. We're in echo chambers because of the algorithms on social media and whatever else. We don't have to come across ideas we don't agree with. And then the danger of that is, though, we don't really know what we're disagreeing with. Very strange. So this is a lost art of dialoguing with thinkers and ideas and people that you don't agree with. And you'd be surprised. They probably aren't saying what you think they're saying. And you probably will, or maybe they are. But if you have to think through what they're saying, no doubt you'll think much more clearly about what you think, okay? And this is evidenced in the Greek word logos. The Greek word logos means both language or speech, but also thinking. So if you censor speech, you censor thinking. And that's not a political statement. That's a philosophical statement. I think we need to, especially in an academic setting, philosophical setting, be able to exchange ideas freely, okay? And again, I've had people say, well, you said something I've disagreed with. And I said, oh, as if that, I don't know, that's pretty crazy to me. The idea that we would walk through life and not have to, deal with anything that we've ever disagreed with. Everyone's just going to agree with us. That's insane, I think. So anyway. So read that little section I crafted there, although I just studied it, or summarized it. And the other part is about political ideology and things like that. This class isn't political, but some ideas will be the foundation for political ideas. For example, Nietzsche was appropriated by the Nazis. Nietzsche died in 1900, but the Nazis read Nietzsche and used Nietzsche. Nietzsche is also regularly appropriated by the left wing as well. So a lot of philosophical thinkers are, of course, Karl Marx, Marxism. He's a philosopher. Skip down to the ChatGPT policy. Here's the ChatGPT policy in a nutshell. Everybody knows. I was going to do a Trump impression. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows when when something is written by AI. It's so easy to recognize, even if it may be good. Please don't use AI. If you use AI, I will not grade your exam. I will leave it ungraded even after all the exams are graded. The onus is on you to contact me about it and set an appointment up to speak with me about your exam, and then I'll have to question you about whether you wrote it or not. I understand this can lead to false accusations of plagiarism. However, that's just the policy in the class, okay? And I have here while false accusations of plagiarism are on the rise, so are also increased incidences of plagiarism. I haven't really falsely accused anybody yet. I don't think I have. But it'll be a 5-minute conversation. I can tell probably in 30 seconds whether you wrote the essay or not. Please don't do that. Please don't use ChatGPT. Please don't insult me and the education and then, I don't know, your parents' money, whatever else. And most of the time it's not right. So that's the other thing about ChatGPT. I have a unique slant on the history of philosophy and ethics and these thinkers, so you're probably not going to get the right answer. Okay, so evaluation, we already talked about the 3 exams, reading assignments, discussion posts. Oh, the grading scale is a little high, but again, I think it's very fair and reflects the online and thus open book nature of the course and of the exam. I rarely enforce this grading scale, but 97 to 100 A, 93 to 96 A minus. I rarely enforce that, but if everybody has an A, then you have to start making distinctions between 97 and 96 or whatever. I rarely do that. As a matter of fact, I can't think of the last time I did do that, but class is an easy, workable course if you just watch the lectures, do the readings. There was something else I was going to say about that. Oh, difficult conceptually, perhaps, for some. For many, philosophy is difficult conceptually. That's why I'm trying to make it much easier in terms of workload. Okay, zero tolerance for plagiarism, and again, there's some examples of plagiarism: copying, pasting, ChatGPT. Also, I've had students before do what Joey, I think it was Joey from Friends, copy and pasted something and changed every other word and it was unintelligible. Don't do that. It's plagiarism. Office hours policy is up there. There's the tentative course schedule. The course has roughly 3 parts. And the first part is the longest. So, any questions, email me. Nice to meet you, although we didn't meet.